We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Your talk, your voice, your show. This is Fox News Talk. Listen, learn, and be a part of the conversation at 877-367-2526.
We are living in a surveillance state where basically almost everything you do is trackable.
He's not a king. The freedom of our press and the role of the courts are essential to our democracy.
Remember, people that abuse their authority are guilty of treason.
Speak your mind. Call in live. This is your show on right now. This is Fox News Talk.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to Fox News Talk. We have a lot coming up in the hour. We're going to talk about the Russian dossier. We're going to talk about GOP infighting. We're going to talk about the opioid crisis. I have a lot of friends coming on the show, so I'll probably also end up letting some details about my personal life slip on accident. We're going to have guests. We're going to have Matt Welch from Reason. We're going to have comedian Jimmy Field and Sam Roberts from the Jim and Sam Show. We can have you, too, if you call in at 877-367-2526. Right now, my friend Mike, you probably know is just as Guns.
Yeah.
Right? Guns. He's host of the Guns Show podcast and also from the Imus in the Morning Show. How you doing, buddy?
What up, Kat? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm getting ready to be here for 3 hours and talking a lot.
I must say, things have been pretty good so far, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're still,
This is my third time doing this in my life, so I think that it's been okay.
It doesn't seem like more than 2 days, let me tell you.
That's great. That's fantastic. So we have a lot of news to get into, but I saw your tweet. You said we were talking about Amazon on the show yesterday and how I use Amazon Prime and Amazon and Postmates to live. And you said you've never ordered a package from Amazon.
That's so funny. I didn't, not to be rude or anything, I actually did not know that you actually had said that. I was waiting for my Lyft driver outside in Hoboken, and the UPS came with all these Amazon packages, and I'm like, you know what? I've never felt the happiness of getting an Amazon package because I've never ordered from them before, which is kind of Twitter blew up at me. Apparently, that's not normal.
It's very strange. So if you need toilet paper, you go to the store and buy it.
Right, yeah, like a Rite Aid or something like that, yeah. Mm-mm. Or we just go without it.
Oh, okay. Paper towel, everything, Amazon Prime. Although I have an issue where I like to just go on Amazon when I'm bored and buy things.
It's like the deep hole. It's like going onto YouTube. Like you can get really sucked into a deep, wormhole of videos.
I bought like a scratching post for my cat that was shaped like a DJ turntable.
Right.
And
normal.
It was like he hated it, and so I spent all this money on this, and I was like, it's just like an eyesore in my home. I finally threw it away.
My thing with Amazon is it's like I also don't drink coffee because I'm intimidated by coffee, and the thing is I work the morning show, so I have to be there at like 3.
You don't drink coffee?
No, because there's too many options for me, and I feel like Amazon might be just too it's too intimidating for me. I do love Seamless though, and I mean that is the hangover special. God bless Seamless.
Yeah, I have no food in my home. I'll order Seamless 3 or 4 times a day. It's like grocery shopping for me.
Will you ever have the same guy come back like multiple times in one day, and they're just like shaking their head at you?
Yeah, he looks at me like, "Are you serious, lady? I know you haven't left this room in 36 hours. You haven't." I've spent a lot of time in my apartment, but that does not mean that I'm not a very smart person.
Right. It's them, not you.
It's them. Yeah. So, all right, news. We got to get into news.
Yeah.
This Russian dossier situation keeps going and going. Supposedly a Republican opponent wanted it to stop Trump, paid Fusion GPS, and then after the Democrats in the general paid for it, which they lied about. The fact they lied about it was messed up. We'll get to that later. First, I want to play a clip from Brian Kilmeade's radio show earlier. Chairman Nunes was on. He said he actually doesn't think a Republican was even involved at all. Can we play clip 8, please?
There's all this talk about a Republican that supposed Republicans that paid Fusion GPS to start this. I don't know that that's true. If you look at I don't doubt that Republicans that Republicans would hire a fusion GPS to do opposition research. But if you believe the Washington Post story on this, is that this goes back to the spring of 2016 when Hillary campaign and the DNC began to pay Fusion GPS for the development of this dossier, and the dossier doesn't appear until the summer. So I don't know that any Republican had anything to do with the actual dossier. It's possible that Republicans, paid them for opposition research, but I think it's a stretch to say that a Republican was involved in the dossier.
See, I don't know, but I want to believe that also a Republican was involved because that makes it more fun.
I think, don't you think like something like McCain was kind of, right?
Yeah.
I think... Yeah. If no Republican wasn't involved, it was just Democrats or just Clinton, don't you think it would have came out because the Republicans would have been, it's got to be somebody from inside that was going against Trump. Otherwise, they all would have harped on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Rubio said that he didn't do it and he would have used it. Can we play clip 9 quick?
And as far as whether it was my campaign, it wasn't, and I'll tell you why, because I was running for president, I was trying to win. If I had anything against Donald Trump that was relevant and credible and politically damaging, I would have used it. I didn't have it.
Interesting calling
so
that.
Your campaign never funded any of the initial research, and you're right. That initial research was done before Christopher Steele, the former British spy, got involved. But just want to be precise, your campaign had nothing to do with it, right?
With GPS, that group? Absolutely not.
All right.
I think that I think that's abundantly clear from all the reporting that that it wasn't a campaign-driven thing. But again, we'll see where it all leads.
I think it was Jeb.
I would love for it to be Bush. I mean, it would make total sense, and all along they all hated Trump to begin with. But also, I mean, the whole entire story, like, even when it first came out through BuzzFeed and whatnot, you knew it was like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
I mean, like the strippers, come on now. Like,
yeah, it reports that it was cost like upwards of $6 million to pay for it.
Right.
I mean, nobody looks at that and is like, okay, this is true and credible. I mean, come on.
But a lot of the agencies did run with it once it came out, even though that they had been tipped off on it beforehand. But when you really the fact that it's the timing of it coming out right now is kind of interesting because are they throwing Hillary under the bus now? Do they just want to get rid of her completely? Like, what's the the end game here from Democrats even kind of turning on her now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have to go away, but why is the thing she's all this power, all this privilege, all this money, and the thing that she's choosing to do is to go on an international whining tour.
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. I can't stand. I don't understand it, but also I can't stand her. I think she's. When Romney lost, he went away.
He went away.
He was like shopping. He was at Walmart. Like, go away for a little bit. She just cannot. They're so egotistical. They cannot get out of the spotlight.
Yeah, being the president would be cool, but it would also be like hard. Right. It seems difficult.
Well, I'm sure you're like me. I hate being a fake, and like president, you have to take a lot of meetings with people you don't care about at all.
You don't care about at all.
At all.
You have to leave your apartment all the time.
All the time. No seamless there.
No seamless. You have to go to luncheons. I just think of the number of luncheons alone.
Yeah. And always dressed up. I don't like dressing up when I don't need to. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely not. I wouldn't be able to wear my slippers. I've been wearing my slippers everywhere these days. I just feel like go out on a boat. Boats are nice.
Right.
You're so rich and you don't have to have a job. Like, just go be. What if she just is like a party mama?
Yeah. Be that cool or a cool grandma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hip, cool. Like, go to T-ball or whatnot.
Who is she really? Do you think it's like they've tried to reinvent her so many times?
And it's failing so bad though, especially now though, because I think even her own, as we're starting to realize, even her own party is just like telling her she got to go away because they have to look to the future of themselves, and you got to get rid of the old guard, which is kind of like what the Republicans kind of did, or at least Trump is trying to do, even though it turns into kind of a disaster with Corker and Flake and everybody coming
absolutely out. So. It is. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know who the Democrats are going to run either. There's absolutely.
You know what? I was going to say better not be Elizabeth Warren. I hope it is because that's a guarantee loss because she is atrocious. If there's any female worse that's a Democrat than Debbie Wasserman Schultz, it's Elizabeth Warren. I can't stand
me neither.
her.
One of my favorite things that Trump ever did, and I have mixed views on Trump, but one of my favorite things was when he called her Pocahontas and then he apologized to Pocahontas.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
He was like, I apologize. I'm sorry to the actual Pocahontas. I'm like, you are just savage in chief is what you are. And But Elizabeth Warren versus Donald Trump would be just a fun one to watch. I'm just thinking in terms of what debates do I want to live tweet is how, I think of it.
Do you think the Democrats put up another female?
Yeah, I have no idea who they would put up. Do you think Bernie's going to run again?
I hope that he's fun.
He's fun. He's fun to watch,
He's
too.
a fun one.
I mean, it's bad. I'm just like, let's just have fun.
Old, though.
He is like certainly an old guy, but he's like the new face of the Democratic Party.
Right. But the thing is, a lot of those people didn't go out to actually vote for him.
No, they're all like.
If as many people as Twitter or in my group chats or my friends that were huge Bernie supporters actually went out to vote, he might have done pretty well. But all they do is talk a big game, but actually never went. They slept through the vote.
Yeah, they were almost just smoking weed. Oh, that was today?
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably still out there like, Bernie, 2016. It's like, yo, man, we're almost 2018 now. And they're like, I knew I had something to do today.
But it is kind of interesting, though, this whole Russian, it's kind of the collusion thing. I mean, really, it's amounting to nothing when it comes to Trump right now. And it was day after day. It was hour after hour. CNN was having orgasms over it. You know what I mean? Literally. And the best is the breaking news, even though it's been happening for hours, and they still would put it up there just in case it hurt Trump.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous.
And what drives me nuts is, so the thing about Trump's meetings that bothered me is that the stories changed about them all the time. And that was what CNN, MSNBC highlighted over and over again. Here we have Hillary's campaign doing literally the exact same thing, lying about having paid for this dossier, having their stories changed. They flat out denied that they had anything to do with it. Turns out they paid millions of dollars for it. And that's just no big deal.
Right, exactly. Talk about the double standard. And let's be honest. Politics, of course, it's slimy. Like, of course, you're going to try to get as much information. Even when I was running for 8th grade class president, I was shoveling out rumors, you know what I mean? Being like, who made out with who at the time or whatnot.
You played it dirty like that.
And that's politics. That's the game. But here you have, the Democrats, blame Trump, blame Trump, blame Trump. When in reality, it was their own party, their own people doing this. And then they got caught. And they denied it for so long, they got caught. Screw them. That's what I say.
Yeah, I agree. Did you win your class election?
No.
I was on student council. I beat a girl for class representative senior year that was way more popular than I was. When they announced the results, I was unpopular. But she was really kind of mean. She was like very, very pretty and very mean. And when they announced the results that I had won over the intercom, I was in her class and she went, "Who voted for Kat?" out loud. Her name was Natalie. Hey, Natalie.
Yo, what up,
I will
Nat?
never forget it. I will never, ever forget it.
Yeah.
It's so mean.
I hear she delivers seamless now.
Yeah,
so
I hear.
You're,
She's like
you're doing
married
a little bit better. Just a little bit, right? Yeah.
I guess. She is married with a kid. Like.
One time I did I play guitar. Love music. You know that.
Yeah.
We love music. We love a lot of the same bands and stuff.
Yeah.
So I played since I was like 6 years old. And my whole high school was, my goal was to play in the senior year talent show in front of the whole school. You know what I mean? Like 2,000 kids, the whole thing. And I played Your Body is a Wonderland. All right? And I'm going out there, I'm doing it, and they start shutting the curtain behind me, and they start having everybody come out and start bowing. And I go, what's going on? And apparently the lyrics, I went to Catholic school, Your Body is a Wonderland lyrics are not acceptable.
They weren't acceptable.
So I threw my guitar down, and I threw something at the principal, who was a nun, and I said, thanks for ruining my my high school career. And I go, I will bulldoze this school if it's the last thing I do.
Oh, so was that even cooler then?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah.
I played the oboe in the talent show once.
Did you?
But that was actually not a cool thing.
No good?
Yeah, I mean, I played like the oboe.
Yeah.
Nobody's like thinks that that's hot.
In all honesty, I have no idea what an oboe is.
It's kind of like a clarinet.
I'm just looking right at. Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a clarinet, but it's got. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but and then the hypocrisy when you talk about the uranium deal and all of those kinds of things. Do you think this is going to go away? Do you think this is going to be like another email type of deal and it'll go away, or do you think it's going to?
Well, yeah, because you're gonna. They are scrambling to fill up anything with any other story. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, like Hannity and others are continually bring it up. But the thing is now, but will it be a special prosecutor on it? Is it treason? You know what I mean? We've been hearing that word. Or they were going after Jared for Kushner or whatever, saying, well, he met with the Russians, so he didn't get anything out of it. But, they were calling for treason for that. So
yeah, come on, guys, get it together. All right, well, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and you should join us, 877-367-2526, Fox News Talk.
Listen, learn, and be a part of the conversation at 877-367-2526. This is Fox News Talk. More next.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-611-5153. That's 800-611-5153. 800-611-5153.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventors information, call 1-800-359-7341. That's 1-800-359-7341. Again, 1-800-359-7341.
Okay, gang, so chances are there'll never be an emergency ever again. But just in case, let's talk about a plan. Okay. So who's going to do what? Anyone? Yeah, okay, perfect. We'll figure it out as we go. So, who is going to grab the go bag?
What's a go bag? It is a bag we do not have that is filled with things we really need in an emergency.
Guess we won't have to worry about it then.
Ah, good point. So, we all know who to call if something happens then, right?
I'd have to call Jill, Devin, Melissa, Karen, and
Bruce. And I will try to call all of you, but Greg doesn't have a cell phone. Dad's phone will have a dead battery.
No doubt.
And Julie will be on the phone with Jill, Devin, Melissa, Karen, and Bruce.
Well, this is great. I am so glad that we don't have a plan.
I know.
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information. A public service announcement brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Fox News Talk presents
Political Pop. Marvin Gaye's 1971 What's Going On was a landmark album in so many ways. The title track was one of the first widely popular protest songs from an African-American artist, one of the first political albums recorded for Motown, and it became their fastest-selling single at that point. The lyrics were inspired by stories Gaye's brother Frankie told him when he came back from his service in Vietnam.
Music with a meaning
that made a difference.
From Fox News Talk.
You've heard me talk all about the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company. We're the specialists when it comes to providing affordable health insurance to those of us that are self-employed or run a small business. But have you called us yet? Maybe you haven't needed health insurance. Maybe you had it where you work, but now you're off on your own. You started your own business, and now you realize how challenging it is to find affordable health insurance. Well, you can count on the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company to provide affordable health insurance to folks just like you and I, small business owners and the self-employed. Call right now and get yourself an affordable quote. The call is free. Here's the number. 866-500-MEGA. 866-500-MEGA. Toll free 866-500-MEGA. For affordable health insurance, call now. Home Office, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Association membership requirements vary by state. Not available in all states.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fox News Talk. I'm hanging out with my friend Guns.
Yo.
Guns. And you know what? You can hang out with us as well if you just call 877-367-2526. And you can join in. You can say what you think and feel, and it's going to be great. So we've been talking a lot about this Russian dossier and the Democrats paying for it. And there's been some questions about whether Hillary Clinton herself knew about it. Brian Fallon talked about this. Let's play clip 10.
Just to be clear, Brian, you have said previously in the last 24 hours you don't believe Hillary Clinton knew about this either. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't asked. I haven't spoken to her. No.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Shouldn't she know? Shouldn't you, someone so high up in the campaign, be informed of this?
Well, I mean, she may have known, but the degree of exactly what she knew is beyond my knowledge.
So, short version, she knew.
Absolutely, she knew. She reeks of it. Absolutely.
It's got P-tape stuff in it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no sentence that begins like, oh, I heard about this P-tape that doesn't finish with, and then I told everybody I know.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way.
It's got Russian stripper. It's got the whole thing.
Yeah. You don't hear a story like that.
And it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hear a story like that working for a campaign and not say, you got to tell Hillary.
Isn't it funny, though, that they're like, well, Hillary might not have known, so she's okay. But with Trump, with all this stuff, they wouldn't believe him when Trump said that he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and I think that he did know, because you tell your dad stuff. I mean, I tell my dad too much. All right, we have a caller, Sam from Charleston. How's it going?
Hey, Kat, how's it going?
Pretty good.
So I think with this whole dossier thing, and probably with the uranium thing as well, is I have no doubt that the Republicans are going to, dig into all of this. They're going to drag the Democrats and Hillary through the mud, any chance they get. But I feel like probably nothing's going to come from it, and then it's just going to end up polarizing everybody. Nothing's going to come of it, and the Democrats are going to be upset that the Republicans dragged them through the mud, and then the Republicans are going to be upset because nothing comes of it.
Is that bad?
Apart. I mean, I guess I want the truth to come out, but I just feel like this is going to be done in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, though. What happens if it comes out that, or we find out more that a Republican was involved in it, though? Will the Republicans still go after it, knowing that one of their own was involved in it, though?
But don't we already know that? Wasn't there one Republican who was funding the dossier?
We think so. That's supposedly a story, but people are trying to deny it. But they're still going after it. And you know what? I think, Guns, I think that Sam is probably right. I think that all this stuff doesn't really ever go anywhere. Right. But I still want the truth. And when I'm a libertarian. I don't have a horse in the race when it comes to people really getting in trouble. I just want my horse is the truth.
Right. Totally. She's tired of the BS.
Yeah.
Cat wants the truth.
Yeah. My horse is transparency. Okay.
That's the name I should bet on?
Yeah. Transparency and truth. Because we're all citizens here, okay? We all should know what our government's up to if they're up to anything shady. Right. We should all want to know regardless of political party. That's more important to me than party allegiance. All these people saying, okay, well, it's fine when he does it because he's my guy, or it's fine when she does it because she's my gal. Nope. I want to know the truth.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what I want, absolutely. And you know what? And if you agree or disagree, you can call in and let me know and talk to us. 877-367-2526. This is the magic number, guys. 877-367-2526. We love to take your calls. I'm here with Guns.
Yeah, Guns with a Z. What you know about it?
Z. What do you know about it? Not enough. You got to keep listening. And coming up next, we'll have Matt Welch from Reason. And we're all going to party together. You can party too, but you got to call in. 877-367-2526. Why have you not called yet? You have to call in. It's going to be so much fun.
The entire world watched. They watched each step down the rungs of that small ladder, one after another, and waited with great anticipation for that last step.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
At that moment, humanity saw the impossible become the possible, and today the sky is not the limit. Achievement. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
With your children, we say the Pledge of Allegiance together.
You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm 1 out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we can grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Computer security threats such as spam, spyware, viruses, and hackers invade your business every day through email, instant messaging, web browsing, and your company's website. With no software to install and no per-user license fees, Barracuda Networks firewalls are easy to set up and affordable. Do what 50,000 other companies have done. Reclaim your network with a Barracuda Networks firewall. For a free evaluation unit, call Barracuda Networks, 888-ANTI-SPAM, 888-ANTI-SPAM, or go online to barracuda.com.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You've seen me around the neighborhood, and you've told me I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm 1 out of every 4 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we could grow up and be whatever we want. I want to grow up and be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everyone. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we're Feeding America. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The following is an OnStar conversation.
OnStar Emergency, this is Dean.
Yes, I lost my purse, but the keys in my car.
Well, that's okay. We can get that unlocked for you. Can I get your PIN number?
Okay, it's 063.
OnStar can send a signal to unlock your doors in most cases.
The reason why I need to get in my car is because I'm on my way to work.
Now, I have gone ahead and I've sent the signal out to your vehicle.
Okay.
The peace of mind OnStar offers is more affordable than you might think.
I have some good news. It just unlocked.
It did?
It did.
So can I try?
Go ahead.
Ah, it's open.
Wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. You just saved my job.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Have a great night.
The first year of OnStar service is included on new OnStar-equipped GM vehicles, and unlimited use of all safety and security services costs only $16.95 plus tax per month after that. To experience OnStar, press your blue button or visit OnStar.com. OnStar by GM.
Hello. Hey guys. I'm so glad you're there. Welcome back to Fox News Talk. Kat Timpf. And I'm joined by not only Guns, but now Matt Welch of Reason. Say what up.
I'm just trying to come up with a new nickname that sounds closer to Guns than Matt Welch. Like Matt Welch, it's okay.
We have
like
Guns and Matthew.
Matty Ice. Yeah.
Matty Ice. See?
Okay.
Coming pretty good, right?
I like the way you millennials talk.
That's great. Matty Ice, that'll work for me. And you can join too if you just call in 877-367-2526. We got a caller right now. We're going to go to Scott from Rock Hill, South Carolina. What's up?
Oh, not much. I was just going to say, would any of this come to light if Hillary hadn't gotten elected? And my second thing to say is the reason Hillary got elected is because Obama divided the nation more than he had to. You know, a lot of people say we need more awareness. We need more awareness. And I think what happens is that something that you're so aware of can never go away. You know, I mean, it's like what we need to do is kind of ignore it. Sort of like if somebody shoots somebody and kills them, is this a hate crime or did they just kill them like normally? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. All you're doing is making people try to figure out what other people's motives are when you'd been better off just kind of ignoring it and moving on. And if Obama had done that, my theory is Hillary would have gotten reelected because he divided the nation, and then there was a lot of people that got excited about that. And if Hillary would have gotten elected, we would have never known any of this. Even the thing that Comey came out 12 days before, I think they were so confident on the left. And even Comey was like, you know, can you imagine if she'd have won, then you would have think that there's no way that Comey's on her side and protecting her.
Well, Matt, Matt, this is my expert political analysis on this subject. I don't know about all of the things that have come out, but when we talk about the dossier itself, yes, it would have come out even if Hillary won because there was P stuff in it.
Yeah. Who's not going to want to hear about the P?
Right. Yeah.
Or the Russian agents or whatever.
It's the first thing I go to on Pornhub. So,
oh, there you go. Russian strippers. I mean, that kind of stuff would come out because it was super Scandi. It was a Scandi, a Scandi fake thing. But, I mean, Scandi nonetheless. I think that one would have absolutely came out. I think the country's always been divided, though. Right? We're all divided. We all hate each other.
The election of 1800, go and do a YouTube search on that. My publication Reason did a Attack Ads 1800 piece from like 5 years ago, just quoting from, Thomas Jefferson is a son of a hermaphroditical whore.
Yeah.
That's what people were actually talking about, like saying that they're having relationships with squaws, that there be rape in the lands. So yes, we've been here before, for sure. I think that there is something kind of semi-newish about the way that we are at each other's throats right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, do you think this was always going on, and just the fact that now we have Twitter and technology that way it's just more evident now?
Yes, and also I think that trolling has become it's gone from being just having a catchphrase like fair and balanced, and I'm saying this out of respect and somebody who used to work in the Fox building.
Right.
Fair and balanced is an awesome troll. It is saying, by trolling I mean you are responding to the dominant ethos of the media, entertainment, political culture around you, and so you're saying,
digging. You're taking a dig at them,
you're
right?
saying things in such a way to go, you're not fair and balanced, and at the same time you're also signaling to your crowd like, hey, we are a legitimate alternative from this monolith that you see at all times, right? So that's what I mean by trolling. But trolling as a concept has now become more central to what
everyone's a troll.
Yeah. Everyone's a troll, especially in the Republican Party. I mean, we elected a birther. Like, that was a troll move. He will say these things that you can't believe anyone would say, and for his supporters are like, yeah, because I love the reaction that it provokes among the serious people, right? So that is now that's a semi-new place. We've had conspiracy theorists before, and Richard Nixon and other people like that in the past who actually were behind some real conspiracies, so it wasn't just necessarily a theory. But that Stephen Miller, right? The guy who's writing refugee policy for this administration. He's a 32-year-old who got his start at Santa Monica High School talking about how Latinos need to speak English better.
What a world we live in.
The American dream right there,
what
right?
A world. Let's take one more caller here real quick. Terry from Cincinnati.
Hello.
Hey, Terry.
Terrence.
How are you?
Hi, Terry.
Pretty good.
Good. Hey, I'm pretty upset these days with Hillary Clinton, who isn't, I guess, with all of this fervor coming out about her. And my fear is she's going to get away with it. She's going to be able to walk away.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course she is. See,
the email, nothing happened with the emails. I mean, this is all, they're not going to go after her. Nothing.
Right.
This is nothing. She's 70-something years old. She's a grandmother. Nothing's going to happen from this.
But I want to question the premise here, to be a counter-programmer here. You're upset, Terry from Cincinnati.
Yes.
You're upset with Hillary Clinton right now.
Yeah, like she's from Michigan. That's how upset I am.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Hillary Clinton doesn't hold any power right now. This is where I have a difficult time wrapping my brain around. It's like being upset if you didn't like the presidency of George W. Bush, and I wasn't the world's biggest fan of his, but being like mad about George W. Bush in October of 2009. And I know a lot of my liberal friends were super mad at George W. Bush. Certainly they kept running elections against the guy long after he exited the scene, but he held no power. So how long? What's it going to take till you're not mad at the person who
insignificant. Literally, she's insignificant.
Well, she keeps coming back though. She keeps putting herself in the conversation.
Has she said anything about this? Has anybody got? She was on this huge tour and we couldn't get rid of her. She was on late night shows and everything. Has she said about anything since this come out?
I think she's still going with the whole "I lost because I'm a chick" thing.
And as the Ruskies and whatever God knows excuses that she has for everything.
It's not the Russians. It's racist now. It's not Russia anymore. But I'm just upset that nothing's going to happen to her.
What do you want?
What do you want? Do you want her to go to jail and be what?
Martha Stewart, part 2?
You wanted Martha Stewart?
Yes, that's what I want.
You want?
Wow.
How often do you think about this on a daily basis?
Well, I watch Fox News a lot. So every day.
You know what though? There are. Thank you, Terry. You know what? There are a lot of Terrys out there. There are. We get a lot of Terry, not just the name Terry, but callers on the show that they very viscerally feel that they want Hillary Clinton in prison. I want the truth. I just want, if there's any government scandal, I want to get to the bottom of it for truth and transparency. I don't care if people go to jail or not necessarily.
But even on that, how funny! It's kind of sad that the JFK stuff was supposed to come out today, and then last minute they're like, "Oh, we're not going to release it."
Well, they released a lot. They released a lot of it, right? At the National Archives, at least.
Right, but we were all looking forward to today. Trump tweeted about it yesterday, like we'll be releasing these 3,000 documents, and then lo and behold, guess what? It didn't come out.
Yeah.
So, but getting to the truth, like, all right, this was supposed to happen. We waited, 20-plus years since they said it would come out?
Look, as far as I know, he was
out.
Killed at least 50 years ago. Yeah. I don't want to, go do math here live on the radio, but it's been at least 50 years. Yeah. We should know this stuff. And the reason for secrecy, again and again, in fact, reason for the whole legal theory of national security exceptions to the Freedom of Information Act are based on a lie. It's based on a plane crash that happened in 1947, which the Navy was trying to or I think it was the Navy, it was trying to cover its behind because they didn't want people to realize that they had crappy planes that they were flying that day. That's the default. When they don't release information, it's not because it's going to jeopardize national security. It's going to show someone didn't do a very good job.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to take one more caller here real quick. Andrea, Salt Lake City.
Good evening, everyone.
Yo.
I'm with you, Kat. I would really love to see the truth come out as well, but just based on, every investigation I've seen into Hillary Clinton alone, but into other matters as well, the truth is never going to come out. The cost is going to continue with congressional hearings and whatnot. And I think it was Chris Fried, who would make a fantastic guest, by the way, who called it creates a cycle of public cynicism where just nothing ever gets done. So, as much as I share your desire for truth, I just don't see that as a possibility.
You still got to keep fighting. That's how I feel.
Absolutely. It's an uphill Sisyphean effort.
Yeah, I mean, you can't trust the government to do anything right. You can't trust them to tell the truth. You can't trust them to, and that's why we all, need to just legalize all the opiates. Legalize the heroin.
That transition.
An excellent point. I would just add that so much of our politics and therefore the way that we go after even these kind of transparency stories, it's all based on adversarial,
partisanship,
interest, right?
Yes,
and it's blatant. The reason that we're talking about uranium and the reason why this is blasting from this building, it's not hard to fathom. It's great counter-programming from what the mainstream media is talking about, which is not that. It's a different Russia story involving other principles that are maybe have more power here. But these things are used in that moment for that reason. And so that's builds into the cynicism, and it goes in the other direction as well.
Yes.
At the height of any kind of Clinton scandal, it would be, okay, well, did you hear the one about, this random dog catcher in Iowa who did this one thing?
That's why I think we won't get the truth ever on these things, not because of Hillary, and when it comes to this particular scandal, I think it's because any scandal, the person at the center of it always has their party backing them up no matter what it is.
And they also have, they've all done things themselves as well. Yeah. So how far really are you going to attack somebody else when you know that you also have stuff in, your skeletons in your own closet?
But to argue against my perhaps previous sense of interest here, the Clintons have run the Democratic Party for such a long time, and there's such an infrastructure to it. Like, you would see a Clinton person come up during the height of the email scandals, and she just lied about the emails, regardless of whether you think they're important or not, and we are all different on that. She just lied about it over and over and over and over again, like, there was no classified email. Yeah, there was, again and again. But then she would trot out her people to go out there. You go lie in front of the camera, right? Yeah. I mean, and the kind of a Trump equivalent is like, let's get Sean Spicer to talk about crowd size. Like, do the humiliation right now just to prove that you're loyal, right? So there's an infrastructure of BS on her side, definitely, and the Clinton side. And the type of people that are out there taking the bullets for her are not good people. They never have been. And so these processes, when we talk about them now, they take those people down. I'm not crying about that, because those are like decades worth of BS built in.
All right, well, we got to take a quick break, you guys. Quick break already. Call on in, 877-367-2526, Fox News Talk.
This is Fox News Talk, powered by the most trusted name in news, Fox News. More next.
Fox Business, 1 year at #1. Shutting out the competition, we own Business Day news. Keeping you ahead before the open.
Markets continuing their record run.
That's exactly what investors wanted to hear.
As trading takes off.
Wall Street is into it. They like what they're hearing.
That's just the reality of these numbers.
Right up to the all-important close.
We're less than an hour to the closing bell. Let's start the countdown.
When it moves the markets and impacts your money. Stay with the most watched business network, Fox Business Network.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-582-7585.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-611-5153. That's 800-611-5153. 800-611-5153.
Now, from the historical audio archives of Fox News Talk.
Aaron Copland, who died in 1990, was an American composer of concert and film music who touched the heart of America and merged the classics with the truly American art form of jazz. As music trends were changing with the advent of rock and pop music in the 50s and 60s, Copland was open and excited about where music was headed.
If we thought that music should have flow, a kind of naturalness of flow, the younger people may think they should be just the opposite. It should be discontinuous. It has too much flow, and that the flow is too same-like, etc., etc. So that every possible principle that I might name to you, they can give you the very opposite idea as a possibility. I think it's more revolutionary now, and therefore more difficult for the young people to find themselves.
Stay tuned to hear more history as it unfolds before your ears. It's the audio archives of Fox News Talk.
Vendor in U.S. gold coins have already doubled since 1999, while most stocks appear way overvalued. I discuss this and much more in my latest Real Money Perspectives newsletter, U.S. Gold Coins, the most trusted asset on earth.
Thanks, Craig. Read all about it in Craig's latest newsletter, free for the call at 1-800-BUY-COIN. That's 1-800-BUY-COIN. Prepare for a new investment era today by calling 1-800-BUY-COIN and requesting Craig's free newsletter. Until next time, this is an Idea Factory Minute.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fox News Talk. I'm here with Guns.
Yes.
From the
Guns
Gun
with a Z.
Show podcast.
The Gun Show. Woo!
And also Matthew, or
No,
we're calling him
Matty Ice.
We're calling him Matty Ice
Love
now.
that. Love
Matty Ice from Reason. And you can join in on this fantastic Guns Matty Ice Cat Timpf party if you call in at 877-367-2526. We have a caller right now, Ernest from Dallas, Texas. What up, dude?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
My comment is this: is that Hillary Clinton should be in jail, and here's why. If you broke those laws that she violated, you would be in jail.
Ernest, have you ever broken a law that you should be in jail for?
Tell us about it, please.
I have been held. If for example, it's real simple. If you run a stop sign or you get caught for speeding, I mean, I know those are basically just basic law violations, but the point is you're held responsible for it. The other point is it's a double standard, and the fact is she did break the law, and plain and simple. And if you had broken those laws, you'd be sitting in jail. Any other average American would be sitting in jail right now if they had violated the laws that she broke.
Which ones are you referring to specifically, just for the sake of the discussion?
Well, say that again?
Which ones are you referring to specifically? Are we talking like emails or uranium? Or it's hard to keep track. Which ones are you?
Yeah, well, I'm talking specifically. I'm talking about the email.
Yeah.
Okay. And not only that, but Comey verified that she actually broke the laws
Over and over again. Yes.
Over and over again, and she violated those laws. Now this whole thing about the whole Dossier thing. Look, it's not against the law. It's not illegal for somebody to lie or politicians to lie about each other. It's an unfortunate thing, but
lying has to be legal, or else we're all going to be thrown in the slammer. Let's be honest.
Starting with somebody sitting across from me.
Everybody's told a lie from time to time. I mean, not lies that affect America. So I get that that's the difference.
That argument, though, that that if we did it, you'd be arrested as well. I mean, even like going back to high school or anybody, if the sheriff's son got in trouble, he's going to get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all. And if you did the same thing, you wouldn't. You know what I mean? So I don't like that argument because it's, hey, life's not fair.
It isn't fair. It's not fair.
No, life may not be fair, but the point is that if we are a country of laws, and we're supposed to all obey the law, then we are all subjected to those laws. Period. And I'm not sure about what sheriff or what kid sheriff what kid his dad was a sheriff and got away with whatever. I mean,
all across America.
All across.
It's an epidemic of sheriff's kids.
Or the teacher's kids going to get away with them.
Hey, Ernest, I totally get your point and agree with it and had argued it. But at the same time, I think Guns is onto something that is an interesting point of conversation, which is what specific laws have you broken and gotten away with? I'm genuinely, I will happily confess my own. But since you brought it up, can we talk about what's the most serious law that you've broken and gotten away with?
Are you a pothead, Ernest?
One time I had a beer when I was 19. One beer, one time.
The NYPD's outside for you. Go ahead, Ernest.
But I mean the whole. But
no, not the whole point.
I'm not talking about money from the tip jar.
I'm talking about you, Ernest. We've all been there. What have you done and gotten away with?
This is the confessional portion of the show. I already admitted to my one beer at 19.
That I've done something and got away with it?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! I don't know.
You don't know? I contend that you do know, Ernest.
I bet you're a freak, Ernest. Let's be honest.
No, that's a funny one, but
it's coming out.
No. Listen, every time I have been caught in the past when I was much younger. When I got caught speeding, I had to pay for those tickets.
Speeding.
And I paid a lot of money in tickets, and it sucked. So,
hey, that's not breaking. That's a citation.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Give us
you
the
broke
dirt,
the law.
baby.
Ernest.
You ever been cuffed? Thrown in a copper car? You ever taken a ride with the police?
The po-po.
You're laughing a little nervous there. Ernest.
No, not at all. But the point is this. Yeah, that's American citizens.
Keep trying to broaden the point here, and I'm seeing more of a narrow story.
Okay, hold on. If I'm being held responsible, let's just say, for getting in a fist fight when I was younger, which did happen.
Let's just say.
And it did. And I was held responsible for that. And then that applies to everybody else, period. That's all there is to it.
I do think the law should apply to the Clintons. I absolutely do agree with that.
The solution is just become a politician, and you can get away with a lot more things.
This is totally true. And I think part of the reason to ask, too, is, it's a felony to write the wrong date on a check knowingly, right? There are a lot of dumb laws in this. It is illegal in the city of New York basically to vape anywhere. I mean, Kat Timpf breaks the law when she wakes up. I mean, she wakes up and she's vaping already.
That first vape hit in the morning is so sweet.
Is illegal.
Sweet vape.
There's we break on average, we commit on average 3 felonies a day, according to Harvey Silverglade, the great civil libertarian lawyer. So, too many laws.
Too many laws. Call in. Tell us about your opinions. Tell us about your felonies. Call in 877-367-2526.
My name is Dale Pazinski. I'm 19 years old, and this is how I live united. I've always been kind of a computer geek, and I found a way to use those skills to help the homeless in my community. For people facing hard times, computer skills and a basic resume are so important. It may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in people's lives. So with United Way, I created a program where I work with the homeless. Together, we go through their whole job history, write a resume, and then save it on their very own USB drive. We provide workbooks and training certificates. I even budgeted for cupcakes so we can celebrate as a class when one of our people gets a job. That's huge. When somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." That's what living united feels like to me. My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey America, we need to have a little talk. We've got more food in our country than we know what to do with. Food at the grocery store and food in the vending machines, fast food, health food, and seafood. We've got so much food that anything people don't buy, we just throw out. Yet 17 million kids in America struggle with hunger. That ain't right. Luckily, the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks has volunteers gathering excess food and getting it to hungry kids. They're kind of like food angels. Yeah, I made that up. It's kind of catchy. Hello, people. This isn't rocket science. We could solve hunger today. To start, become a food angel yourself by supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. That's a website, duh. We can't do it without your help. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.